No, this is a government motion. I'm leader of government. So it's a government motion. We have read that in notice to disband Nupea in the House, on the floor of the House. That is, I have moved it for second reading. It means debate should come probably next week. So when before debate, people will go for public participation now, okay, to ask Kenyans whether they want Nupea disbanded or not. And I want to invite them to come here, the Committee on Energy, to come here and take views from here. Then from the public participation, I'm sure it will be advertised in the papers. After the public participation, then it will come to the floor of the House and we will fight it there. Yes, and I'll convince the other members that this is not a very good organization. Yeah. You had people from which county who are crying over nuclear waste which was dumped. Is it Samburu where? Which was dumped there. And it is having effects today. How will Nupea manage nuclear waste? How will we manage nuclear and tourism at the same time? Kenya is one of those countries which is setting itself up for nuclear energy production to cut down the cost of electricity in the country. So Nupea was given the opportunity to scout for a place in this country where they can set up a plant. But when Nupea approached me in Nairobi, I told them we cannot make a decision because Constitution 2010 is very clear that everything that must be done through public participation, Article 10 of the Constitution. But then when Nupea approached me, I brought them to the field. I told them, go and do public participation properly, because a nuclear project is a dangerous project. And you do not want to have a situation where you have majority who are agreeing and minority are opposing. In the event of any disaster, it will affect everybody, including the majority and the minority. And therefore, it is important that you go and get unanimous support or no support. So go out there and do public participation. So I took them myself. They came to Kilifi. I took them to Uyombo and called some members of the community and introduced them. Engage properly until there is consensus on this matter. The position that the community takes is the position that I will take. But for me, it was an opportunity for them, one, to give proper information, they give accurate information, and they convince the community that it is possible to have a nuclear plant together with the people. But since 2021, that is when Nupea came, until today, they have not given me any satisfactory information that they have actually undertaken proper public participation. What they have done is they have divided the community. They have taken a sectarian position. They only talk to those that are their friends and then try to intimidate those that are not their friends. In the event, you have a divided community. You have a community that is fighting with each other because Nupea, what they did, they thought that they would do divide and rule and manage the people to get the project going. But that is not the essence of democracy. You give everybody a fair opportunity. So Nupea, what they did, one, they start taking people away from the center of the project. They take them to hotels. They take only a few. Those that agree with them. Those that disagree with them, they intimidate them. Including using the provincial administration to intimidate those that do not agree with them. When they were taking people out for benchmarking, I told them, me, I will not go for benchmarking because my voice is not enough to decide. But pick the people who will be affected directly. Pick those people. Take them out for benchmarking. They disregarded what I told them. They came and picked people from the provincial administration, an MCA. They picked somebody from the governor's office and themselves, and they went to Ghana. And they came. We have not even seen that report yet. They have not published the environmental impact assessment report, which was one of the documents that I requested to have, and the CESA report. You know, they have not given us all those documents. So when they come now and say they want to start constructing the mast, before you collect data on whether the nuclear plant is viable or not in that area, because that's what they want to do with the mast, I told them we want to see the report of public participation, because it is that report of public participation that will allow us to know whether we should have this plant or not before you start collecting the data. So they've been playing ping pong. So I told them, your time is up. We have given you enough time from 2021, enough time to talk to the people, to have a report, to bring the community together, whether they accept or they reject. Come and tell us they rejected, or come and tell us they accepted. Today you ask Nupea whether the people of Uyombo rejected or did not, or accepted the project. They have nothing to show. So how come they actually want to come and implement the project? So my position as a leader in the community, I said, and I'm very clear about it, and I have told Nupea, I gave them an opportunity to convince the people about the nuclear plant. What they did was to divide the people, intimidate them, use police and all that to force their way. But I have told them that cannot happen. I want to repeat, a nuclear plant is a very sensitive plant. Disaster from a nuclear plant is immeasurable. And it is not something that you want to get majority and minority. You must get absolute consensus from the community. And if there is no consensus in the community, it should not be implemented until they have consensus. If the consensus is they should not implement the project, then they go. If the consensus is that they implement the project, then they're welcome. But as of now, I think majority of the people of Uyombo have said no to the project. As their leader, I say no to the project. And we have moved a motion in Parliament to disband Nupea. And you heard me read it in Parliament. And it's coming to a debate in the second reading in the chamber. We will fight our war in Parliament. I'm sure we will win to disband Nupea and make it a small department. Two, I have filed a notice in Parliament of a request for a statement to ask Nupea the same question that I'm asking today, for them to come to Parliament, to come and give a response. What did the EAI report say? What did the CESA report say? What did the public participation report say? You know, and how prepared are they? How prepared are we as a country, not as Kilifi, as a country, to manage a nuclear disaster in the event it happens? Why are we pushing our people towards nuclear reactors, and yet other countries are shutting down the nuclear reactors? We find unique that what Russia cannot manage, what other countries in the world cannot manage, what is it that we have that we can manage? So those are the questions that I want Nupea to answer as they come to Parliament. Most probably I will do the statement on Thursday in the chamber, and we will expect Nupea to come and also give an account of the public resources that they have given. You see, coming in here and giving people things as part of CSR, and you think because they have accepted your water tank, they have accepted your book, they have accepted your project. No. Those are CSR projects, and every organization that does wants to do it, they will do that. But it doesn't mean people have accepted your project if they have accepted what you have given them. Nuclear reactor and Arabuko Sokoki, and the issues of displacement of people, because there will be a radius within which there shouldn't be any human being living around. So what is the compensation program for all the people living within the radius? People as far as Tezo, people as far as Watamu, those hotels in Watamu, what is their plan? And this is information they have not disclosed, you know. So it is very important that Nupea comes out to say, this is what we found out. These are the issues. How do we address them instead of them bulldozing their way? I think they have failed, and I want to tell them, they have failed to manage a simple thing like public participation. How will they manage a nuclear reactor?